My name is Nicholas Moore, and I'll be presenting for Team 2's Shattered World. In our designer's intent, we wanted to provide a unique survival experience. We wanted to make it for all ages and specifically targeted open world survival game fans. We wanted to make a game that only used 6 mechanics, and we wanted to use weather that you had never seen before. We wanted to make it for 4 players and PC exclusive. Overall, our game is an open world defense based survival game where you can collect resources to build and construct a base. Use resources to modify the upgrades to your base, and your defense will decide if you can survive the world's harsh disasters. The player will receive a grade depending on their performance, which will result in a reward of the same tier. You will also be able to reroll that item for a chance at a better item. Nature is your only enemy. Now, here's a mock up of our defense. And this is a mock-up of what our consume and collect would look like. Now for our mechanics, we have grade and assess, number 1. So after a defense event, you will then have the option to open up a window, see your reward, and to see the grade that you were given based off of your ability to defend against those natural disasters. Next, we have betting and wager. So after you receive an item, you can click on this item, scroll down to wager, then you can select what percent chance you're willing to risk this item for, and that will also represent what you get in return. Then you press E to confirm. Next, we have collect. So as you walk up to an item or a collectible, you can press E and it'll go into your inventory. With consume, you find an item that you can eat or use. Then you right click on that item, you press E to confirm yes, and then it gets consumed. Next, we have defend. So for defense, you will press tab, scroll down to build, and then press F on the defense you want to use. Next, we have modify. So in the beginning, modify only increases or decreases based on resources, but as you get further in, you will have the ability to vote on what kind of storms will happen and what kind of weather will affect your defenses. Next, we have our competitors. We have Astroneer, 7 Days to Die, and Occupy Mars. So Astroneer, you go through the universe and collect resources and see different kinds of weathers and temperatures and just different planets and life. And yeah. Next, we have 7 Days to Die. So on 7 Days to Die, we have the ability to fight nature and defeat zombies. On Occupy to Mars, you terraform the land around you and have to defend against the harsh nature that is there. So why are we different? We're different because instead of changing the environment around us, we use those resources to effectively make a base without wasting our sources because we only have so much to use. Now, for our developer's log, we had lots of going back and forth. We received some feedback on our mechanics, so we switched out combination and trading for betting and wager and grading and assessment. So there was a lot of back and forth on how to originally implement them. So for the grading system, we decided that we were originally going to use just items only for the grades. After some back and forth, we decided that a player would receive a grade after the end of a defense event. And that grade would also be determined by the efficiency of the player, the efficiency of the build, and how well they held up against the natural disaster. Our second one was betting and wager. So we thought it would be interesting to put the two suggestions together. And every time you receive an event grade, you also get a reward. Well, every time you get a reward, you have the chance to use that item in a gamble and get either an item that is similar with a better stats, or an item that is completely different and is better. Uh, Thank you so much for this opportunity. We really had a lot of fun doing this. Uh, this is very interesting. So here are our references.